live. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching, or listening rather, to the premiere episode of Always Reading Radio. That's REIDING, and if you visit AlwaysReiding.com, you'll find out why this peculiar spelling. This is a place where we talk about crafting an inky, geeky life with books. And this week, we have the newest Batgirl graphic novel release. Yes, that's right. The Stuart Fletcher Tar Wicks version of Batgirl, which started with Batgirl of Burnside, actually released a second volume. It was released on Tuesday, and I actually picked it up through the Amazon same-day shipping. That's the only reason why I did that. I always recommend that you support your local comic book store. Unless, of course, you're having a big, huge reading fix. And you find out that you missed a release date at 10 o'clock at night on a Monday. Anyway, so on to other news. Peggy Carter is back for season 2, and we couldn't be happier. And Fuller House is back as well. Now, there are some things to know about Fuller House. This is supposed to take place right around the same time that it actually is in pop culture, so over 20 years. What were you last doing the last time you saw an episode of Full House? Not in reruns. I cannot tell you. I know that there were a lot of times growing up that we would wait for the must-see TV, and Full House was definitely one of them. However, Fuller House discusses DJ Tanner, as well as another DJ Tanner we also used to know as Stephanie Tanner, and Kimmy Gibbler, as they navigate adulthood and helping raise DJ's children and Kimmy's daughter. Yeah, seriously. I mean, this is pretty light TV as it goes. It tries to feel like a comedy and brings in some more dual level comic material. However, it's still kind of smarmy at times. So I'm not really sure. That will have to be something I consider at a later date. But I have talked to a few people who have watched the entire first season of Fuller House. It is a Netflix exclusive. If you have, please go ahead and chat me at AlwaysReiding.com. That's at AlwaysReiding for your thoughts as to this, or to any of the podcast / Spreaker studio recording. If you have a question or want to talk about something, just hit us up at Twitter and we'll get you in the show. Next up, what I'm reading. So I currently got sucked into some older books, specifically Star Trek books that take place right after the last film featuring the Patrick Stewart cast, the Next Generation cast, which was Nemesis. So I'm working on finishing up a series that is called Destiny. I just actually finished that, but there's another arc to that where people try to rebuild after the events of Destiny, and I'm reading the standalone Losing the Peace, which then segues into Typhon Pact, which I'm really excited about reading. I've heard some good things about that. What else is going on? I have been reading Birth of an American Gigolo, which comes out very shortly, and on release day, I will have updates on the blog, as well as Nick Hornby's Funny Girl. This book has been a sheer pleasure to read, but I find it being the most time-consuming of any of Nick's books. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just, it's like a very rich meal. So when I read it, I only take a few bites at a time, and then I step back. I'm also reading Manifest Destiny, which is an Image Comics series that's gotten some acclaim. And The Fade Out, again, another Image Comics series that takes place in old Hollywood. Now, while Manifest Destiny is historical, it's about the Lewis and Clark exploration. What if Lewis and Clark weren't just searching for land, they were searching for monsters? And they were enlisted by President Jefferson himself. Yes, that's right. That's a thing. And it's actually pretty cool. Additionally, prepping some crafty things and working on handwriting exercises for the 30 days of lists, which comes up on March 1st. It's 30 days that you devote to writing lists, documenting your right now. Lists are actually a thing, and you can actually buy the course. It is just a private Facebook community, as well as prompts and some really great offers. You can even get some good discounts once you do purchase it. And you just have to go to Facebook and search 30 days of lists, or you can actually search on Google. One other really interesting point is that I received my novelty book swap this week. I got a Batgirl comic book. I got a really cool mug. I got a Great Gatsby tea blend. And I got a Star Wars book that takes place just before The Force Awakens. If you have been reading my blog at all, you'll know that we saw The Force Awakens 4 times, and I also read The Force Awakens novelization. So, filling in the blanks would be really good right now. Also on novelty, this month we are reading Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and you'll look forward to seeing my booktube later this week. As I record this on Friday, I have until Sunday to post it. I have some thoughts, and I've actually seen a few comments stating that other people have some thoughts too. Please, if you have read Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, go ahead and reply at AlwaysReiding.com. That's at Always, REIDING, or go to AlwaysReiding.com and reply in the comment section. It's a great thing, and let's open up some communication. Want an invite to Novelty Book Club? Just let me know, and I can, after I get your contact information, I can send that over to the lead, Kristen, of Novelty Book Club. Anything else going on? I'm getting sucked into Project Runway. Old episodes from Hulu. I remember watching Project Runway, catching an episode here or there when it came on, but I really hadn't watched a lot of it. There was a conflict at some point with something I did watch, and then it ended up being that we got rid of cable, so it wasn't really something I watched. Well, Hulu has seasons, and it started with season 6, and I finished that season. They've gotten rid of that, so now they have 7 through 14. 14 is the current season. 7 was pretty good. I'm on 8 right now, and I have some thoughts. I'm not a fan of Gretchen. I like Mondo, and I have a feeling that Gretchen is going to do whatever she can to win. I'm not particularly interested in that, and it'll probably happen that she does win. You know, some of the editing choices that they make really make it easy to determine who does win. Last season, I was pulling for Seth Aaron, and he ended up winning. That was season 7. If you haven't seen it by now, I'm sorry. Spoilers, I know. Season 6, I wanted somebody else to win, and they did not. I wanted Althea to win, and she did not win. But that was okay, because I think she made it back to All Stars, which is a season that's waiting for me. So I've also been getting into the habit of spring cleaning this week. I started going through my bookshelf project, which if you haven't seen that, it is on my Instagram at AlwaysReiding. and going through the desk that we have. We have a shared office desk and an expedite. And my expedite has a lot of crafty stuff in it, but it also had a lot of different kinds of things in it because we do share an office at home. So I am working through getting rid of some of the clutter and reorganizing some stuff that my husband can use as well as me using. Yay! So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening and let me know what you want to hear in the future. I love talking to you all and look forward to more later on. Thank you so much for listening. Have an awesome night.